Thanks, Mrs. Gilbert.
Sit down.
Thanks, but I won't stop. I only popped in to tell you we've checked on Mrs. Turnbull and she seems all right. She came to the door but didn't open it. Understandably, she was very apprehensive.
Oh, what time was that?
About 8:45-ish.
Well, I was round keeping her company, you know, but she got so rude that I couldn't stay there anymore. Well, I mean, I had her welfare at heart and that's how she treated me.
Oh, I'm sure she didn't mean anything by it. Anyhow, we've been keeping a watch and nobody's been anywhere near the front door.
Oh.
And one of my constables has been checking the back.
Ah.
So whoever this pest was, he seems to have bottled out, but then, well, they often do.
I don't think I told you everything, though. Oh, by the way, there's some tea in the pot. Would you like some?
Oh, well, a cup would be very nice, thanks. 1 sugar, please.
Would a sweetener do?
Oh, fine, thanks.
You see, she thought it was her dead grandson ringing her. Well, have you heard the like?
Why should she think that?
Well, she said he sounded like her John.
Oh.
And he got killed 3 years ago. There you go.
Oh, thank you very much. John Patterson, by any chance? Motorbike?
Yes, that's him. Lovely boy he was. Good to her, and I think she started to miss him after all this time, quite honestly.
Yeah, well, I actually attended the accident. Very sad. Very, very sad.
Yeah, perhaps I ought to go round and make extra sure. Make up for our little tiff. After all, Mabel and me's been friends and neighbours for donkey's years. Take more than a pest on the phone to split us up.
Ah, that's the spirit, Mrs. Gilbert.
Sergeant?
Yes?
I suppose you wouldn't come round there with me, would you? Oh, she's just not answering, is she? I knew I shouldn't have left her. Mabel! Mabel, it's me. Why don't you come to the door? I come to say sorry.
Sounds like she's taken proper offence at your round, Mrs. Gilbert.
But I know Mabel, Sergeant. We have tiffs, but she never refuses to answer the door to me, not in the end.
Do you think she's in trouble?
Oh, I don't know.
I think we should try and get in.
It's all right. I've got a key. She gave me one so that if she got locked out herself by accident, I could let her in. And she's got one to my place as well.
Right, I'll go in first, just in case. You stay here. I'll check the sitting room. Mrs. Turnbull? Mrs. Turnbull, are you asleep? Mrs. Turnbull? Mrs. Gilbert, you'd better come in.
What's the matter?
I'd better call the doctor.
Oh, Mabel. Mabel. Oh, it's all my fault.
It looks as though she went in her sleep. Nobody's been in here. She hasn't been murdered.
Oh, Mabel. After all them things I said about you, and I never had a chance to say I was sorry. Oh, my silly old woman.
Yes, it's Police Sergeant
Oh, it's all my fault.
Please send the doctor to 14 Radstock
Oh,
Road.
dear.
Sudden death. Mrs. Mabel Turnbull.
Oh, Mabel. Perhaps she took something. An overdose, perhaps, because she couldn't take much more. And there was me grumbling about my knees and not another thought for your problems. Oh, Mabe. Thanks for coming back indoors with me, Dr. Marshall. It's been a terrible shock. I'm not happy about you being left on your own, Mrs. Gilbert. Oh, I'm better off in my own now. After all, my knee's been giving me jip again, and I think I could rest in bed or do 'em some good. Well, I'm sure you're right. And don't forget that ointment I prescribed you. Hope you're using it. Oh, yes, of course. I can't stop thinking about poor old Mabel, though. She was the only true friend I had. Yes, I know she was. You mustn't blame yourself. She died of natural causes. It wasn't your fault. Just one of those things. You don't think it could have been some sort of shock that took her off, do you? I mean, after all, that man on the phone said he was coming to see her at 9 o'clock tonight. What, do you mean when the clock struck 9, she was frightened to death? Well, it has been 9 before, Doctor. Yes, but not in Mrs. Turnbull's case. I assure you she passed away peacefully. You're not just saying that? No, absolutely not. They'll have to find that man who kept ringing her though, won't they? Well, yes, the police will investigate. Now, I want you to get a good night's sleep. Take one of these and they'll help you. I expect you'll have to answer all the sorts of questions about her next of kin and so on in the morning to the police. Oh, I don't think she got any. Just her son-in-law, he ran off with the cashier at the betting shop, he did. Well, we'll discuss it further in the morning. I'll come and see you. Sleep well. I'll let myself out. Good night, Doctor. And many thanks for everything. Not at all. I'm not taking them sleeping tablets. I'll be awake all night if I do, wondering if I'll wake up in the morning.
You see, Gran, it was all very quick, easy and pleasant.
Oh, John, it's lovely to see you, but I thought at first that I was dreaming.
No, this is no dream. You're really here with me and all the others. People that you also knew in life.
I often wondered if there was anything beyond. Now I know.
And thank you for wearing the brown dress. Reminds me of my childhood.
I don't know, I felt I had to. Now I know that it was right.
I shouldn't really have contacted you like I did. I could have got into lots of trouble. But I just had to let you know that your time was near.
Now, if you were able to contact me across the divide, then surely I can do the same.
Well, yes. As long as they don't get to find out. Was there someone you particularly wanted to contact?
Oh, yes. Without a doubt. Blimey, it's the phone. Who the hell's that at 2 o'clock in the morning? Hello?
Hello, Gwen. Recognise my voice?
No. I must be dreaming.
No, you're not.
You sound just like Mabel.
That's 'cause it is me, silly. Just to let you know I'm alright.
But you're dead. You died at 9 o'clock last night.
I know, but our Don come to meet me and it's lovely here.
You in heaven, then?
Well, I suppose, yeah, you could call it that.
Oh, I must be dreaming. I gotta be. It must be my guilty conscience. And I never had a chance to make amends.
Well, you will, Gwen. Look, I better go, or they won't be very happy with me. See you soon, Gwen. See you soon.
So it was her heart as well, was it, Doctor?
Yes, one massive attack. Just like it was for her neighbour, Mrs. Turnbull. Perhaps her passing was all too much for Mrs. Gilbert, and that was it.
Fancy dying less than 24 hours after your next door neighbour. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Certainly is, Sergeant.
Must be something in the water around here. Don't think I'll ever move to this street, just in case.
No. Anyway, I suppose we could all find something strange about many things in life if we really wanted to, couldn't we?
Yeah, I reckon.
I'll leave you and the ambulance crew to it.
Thanks.
Many thanks for all your help, Sergeant Schofield. Oh, and see you soon.